Welcome back to Nuzhat Ma'am Ke online classes. So today we are going to do chapter 11, tables and mail merge of standard 9. So this is the part 1, that means we are going to see tables in word processor in this video lecture, and we are going to learn all about table, like inserting a table, auto format about the table, and all of the topics related to tables in this video lecture, and mail merge we are going to cover in next video lecture. So let's start. Here we have introduction, and the first question is dash is very important and highly required part of a document. So the correct option is table, right? Second, dash are very useful to handle vast amount of information. The correct option is again table. 3. Many times tables can be used as an option to dash. So they can be used an option to spreadsheets. 4. We can insert picture or graphs or any objects in addition to text and number in a dash of a table. So we can add it in a cell of a table. 5. Decide the required number of dash before drawing a table. So the correct option is option D, that is both A and B. That means you have to decide the number of rows and columns before drawing a table. Now 6. Before creating table, deciding on number of rows and columns, dash. So it is a good idea because planning saves times and effort. For example, suppose you have created a table of default size, that means 2 rows and 2 columns. Now you have to add more rows, you have to add more columns, then your table is being big. So it takes time and it takes efforts also. But in case if you decide the number of rows and columns prior, it will be saving your time and efforts too, right? Now here we start a topic by inserting a new table. Next question is 7. So there are dash ways to insert a table. So there are 3 different ways to insert a table. Which are they? We will see. First is using table menu. Second is using table icon on standard toolbar. And third is using shortcut key Ctrl plus F12. So here the correct option will be all of these, that is D. Now we will see these 3 of the methods in our word processor. That means in OpenOffice Writer. So first method was from menu. So go in table menu here. As you can see on menu bar, there is a table menu. Select table menu, go for insert option and go for table. So here as you can see, we are having insert table dialog box, and here as you can see the name of the table is table 1. That means the default name is, and the default number of columns is 2 and number of row is 2. And there are several different options like name, size, options, heading, repeat heading, don't split table, border, auto format, all of these, right? So for now time being, we will create a table of 2 columns and 2 rows only. So I can go for OK, and yes, as you can see our table has been created. Now you may be observing that a table is as wide as the text area, right? How to adjust this? Don't worry, as go on margins, and here we have our double arrows. Yes, this particular sign you are seeing, that is known as double arrow. Do the same with this, and yes, hence your table is resized. So this was a very easy way, simple way to insert a table. Then second method was from standard toolbar, right? So this is our standard toolbar and this is table icon. So if you click there, here you can get insert table dialog box, and the other way is go for this and you can create a table from here also. Now the third way was, yes, it was a shortcut key, that is Ctrl plus F12. So yes, as you can see, we have insert table dialog box from that also. So we have covered all the 3 methods. Let's move to our next questions now. So 9, choose dash to insert table from menu. So we had done first table menu, then we had choose insert, and then we went for table, right? So we have done this. 10. The table icon is available on which toolbar? So it is available in standard toolbar. Very good. Next, which shortcut key is used to insert table in a document? So the correct option is Ctrl plus F12, that is option D. 12. Dash dialog box allows you to set the properties of the table that is to be inserted. So which dialog box it was? Yes, I repeated it 2-3 times. Which was it? Yes, it was option B, that is insert table. 13. How many options seen in the insert table dialog box? So there are total 7 options seen in insert table dialog box, and which are they? So they are name, size, heading, repeat heading, don't split table, border, auto format. We will see this again, so it will be easy for you to remember. Yes, so as you can see, we have name, size, several options are there like heading, repeat heading, don't split table, border, and auto format. So all of these are options in insert table dialog box. And we have our next question, that is 15. In insert table dialog box, dash is a default table name. So what is default table name? Yes, it was table 1. 16. Which option can specify the required number of rows and columns to be set? So which option is available? That is size option. Yes, as you can see, there is a size option here, and you can specify the number of columns here and the number of rows here. Next, 17. The default table size is dash. So the default table size is, yes, it is 2 columns and 2 rows. So the correct option here is option C. 18. how many rows can be specified as heading of the table? It is up to you. You can specify heading of the table 1 or more rows. So how we'll do it? So the desired number of rows can be specified in the dash. So they can be specified in the first dash rows. Now where is this? And what is the default value of the first dash rows? So it is 1. So the table with a heading also. So I'll go for 3 rows and one particular row of heading. So I'll go and I'll click here repeat heading also. So it will be repeated on the next page also if the table gets bigger. So here as you can see, the table is as wide as area and there are 3 rows. These horizontal cells are known as rows and vertical cells are known as column, as you may know this. Now here I'll write serial number and in the next I'll write subjects. You may observe that the letter here are in bold, and if I go in next line, format is changed a bit, right? As you can see, the first row, it is in bold and it has been center aligned, but in next 2 rows there is no specific format for that. Why? Because we specified the first row as heading, and because of this we have this, and we had specified repeat heading also, right? So if I insert rows from here and if it extends to the next page, so yes, as you can see, this says extend to be next page, and here you can see the heading is repeated here again. And you have a question about this also. We will study that next. So the advantage of the defining rows as head rows is dash. When I dash a table into 2 tables, the heading rows are dashed in the second table automatically. So when a table is splitted, the heading rows are copied in it also. And if we do for repeat heading option, the heading row will be repeated on the pages if the table spread across more than 1 page. So here the correct option is subsequent pages, and if the table spread across more than 1 page. 23. Dash option in the writer will not allow the table to spread across more than 1 page. So if you select don't spread the table, it will not allow the table to spread across more than 1 page. 24. In case when table starts near the end of the page, writer will locate the complete table on the following page. So we'll see that also. So we can go for a new page here, and at the end of the page, go for a shortcut key, that is Ctrl+F. Now here we have to insert a table. Go for more columns now. We can go for 4 columns and 5-6 rows, right? Now I want not to spread the table and I want heading for 1 rows. Yeah, it is perfectly fine. So now as you can see, if I add rows for this, from here I can insert the rows, and if I insert more rows, yes, it will locate the table completely on the next page. Yes, as you can see, in the end we started, but here we are getting it to a new page because we have selected the option don't split the table. Got it? Next question. If the table becomes longer, then it would fit on 1 page than dash. But so what if it doesn't fit on 1 page? We can deselect don't split table option, or we can manually split the table. So here we had selected don't split table option, but now it's getting a bit longer, so we can select the table. So we have selected the table, and you can go in table option and then split the table. You can manually split the table, right? And you can copy heading also, and you can custom heading. That means you can apply your own style. So for example, I copy heading here, and yes. Next we see is on selection of border option, writer surrounds each of the dash table with a border. So what it is? Yes, cell. We will see a table without a border, right? So you may get a bit clarity about it. So we'll go for Ctrl+F12 and we'll not select the border here. Let's see without a border how it looks. Okay, yeah. So as you can see here, without border, it is nothing, right? I don't know is it visible or not, but as you can see, this is a table. We can resize it also according to our needs. And here each cell is not having a border, whereas here each cell is having a border, right? Moving to our 27th question, that is several predefined options for the table layouts with different color and style are available in which dialog box? So they are available in auto format dialog box. For example, so here as you can see, there is an auto format option and there are various designs here. That means default is this one. You can go for 3D, you can go for different colors. Different colors options are also there, that is black, turquoise, any color you can go for it. And here there are more options also. That means you can go for formatting, that is alignment, font, pattern, borders, number format. All of these options are also there here. We have seen auto format. Next question is, writer creates a table as wide as the dash. You can later adjust the columns and rows as per your needs. So it creates a table as wide as the text area, as I mentioned earlier, right? 29. Dash mean tables within the table. So here we are starting our next topic, that is nested tables. So what does nested table means? So nested table means the tables within the tables. So one can create tables within tables that is nested to a depth limited to 10 levels. So the correct option here is 10. You can't create nested tables more than 10 levels. Then 31. To create a table within a table, dash in a cell of an existing table and then insert a new table. So you have to right click in an existing cell. So we will create a nested table here. Alright, so we have a pre-existing table here with no borders. So we can select a cell here and we can right click anywhere, and yes, as you can see here, we can insert a table. You can select a cell and then you can go for table and you can go for insert, or you can go for a shortcut key also, that is Ctrl plus F12. So as if I go for this, yes, so as you can see, in a pre-existing table there is a new table here which has border also, and this is known as nested tables. That means table within a table. So your 32 question is in writer, which cannot be done. So the correct option is none of these. That means you can create a table, you can insert a new table, and you can create a nested table. So all of these three exercises we have done practically also. Let's move to our 33 question. Now here we start our concept, that is moving between the cells. So within a table, which options are used to move across the cells? So there are three options. First is use the mouse. Second, use the cursor keys. That means on the keypad, the cursor keys up, down, left and right, all those arrow keys are given. You can use them also, or you can go for tab key also. And 34, the cursor moves to the next cell only if there is no text in the way. We will see this practically. So here we have already a table. Now how to move between the cells? So first was mouse. So you can directly take your cursor and move between the cells. The second was cursor keys. So cursor key on the keypad, you can go like this. I'm going for up now. Now I'll go for down. Then third was tab key. If I use tab key, it will move one cell forward, as you can see, but you cannot move backward from it. So what can we do for moving it from backward? Don't worry, we have a question for it also. And if I come in last cell of the table and if I press tab key, then it will generate a new row itself. So yes, we are having question about it also here. And yeah, we forgot to say about the text. So if there is a text here, for example, I give a heading here, something like roll number, name and standard. So for now we have given this heading, and now I have to move between the cells. So how? So if I'm using this cursor keys, I'm not able to move as fast as I was moving earlier, right? So there is a text in between, so it is getting a little bit late. So what you can do in this, you can use your mouse, right? Use your mouse cursor and you can go in any cell you want. Next thing is 35. The dash key moves directly to the next cell, or if the cursor is in the last cell of the table, a new row is created by pressing dash key. So correct option is tab key. As I told you, tab key generates a new row also if it is in the last cell of the table. 36. Which of the following moves the insertion point to the previous cell? Now we have to go to previous cell, or the question can be asked in this way also, that which of the following moves the cursor back a cell? So what you can do here? Yes, so the correct option is shift plus tab. So here, if we were using tab for going forward, right? So as you can see, we are using tab for going forward, but now I have to go backwards. I'll do shift plus tab. So yes, as you can see, I'm going for shift plus tab and it is moving backwards. So here we continue our next topic, that is formatting the table. Next question, 37. The formatting process can be divided in dash parts. So it can be divided into two parts. Now which are those two parts? One is formatting of table layout, that means table itself, or you can format paragraph also. Format paragraph here means the table text, that means the table which has text. So you can format that also. 39 question. Formatting of table layout, that is table itself, includes dash. So it includes all of these. That means adjusting the size of the table and its position, inserting and deleting the rows or columns, merging and splitting cells, or changing borders and background. So all of these you can do. We will do also. So here we have our table and here I'll put something like grade. Alright, so we have a table here. Now first we will adjust the size. How we will do? By bringing mouse near the margin of the row, we can do this sign, particularly is known as double arrow sign, and we can do same from this side also. And you can adjust it according to your needs. Now we move further towards inserting and deleting rows or columns. So how to delete a column? Select the column and go in table, go for delete and column. So our column is deleted. Then next was to delete rows, right? Go here, and there is another way also to delete row, that means here it is. Yes, so our particular row is also deleted. Next thing was merging and splitting cells. How to merge and split cells? First of all, I'll tell you what is merging. I'll show you here. For example, I select this particular row and now I want to merge it. So I'll use this here. Either I can go for this or I can go for table and then I go for merge cells option. So yes, as you can see, the 3 cells are now only 1 cell. Next, so I will select and then I'll go for table. I'll go for merge cells. So yes, as you can see, we have merged 2 cells. Now I want to split. How will I split? Okay, let's select this 2 cells particularly and now I want to split. Either I can go from this option or from here. So now here for splitting cells, you can split the cell into 3 also, 4 also according to your needs. For now only we will do for 2 only. And you can use direction also. That means horizontally also you can split or vertically also you can split. Now I want to split it vertically. So let's see how vertically we'll do. So we'll go for OK. And yes, as you can see, we have splitted our cells vertically. Now, next thing was of changing borders and backgrounds, right? So how you can change border of particular things. So just have to select the table and right click anywhere and you can go in here, table, and table format dialog box is here. So you can change borders according to your need and you can specify the background also. For now, example, let's do this background, particular background. So yeah, I'm applying this background for now. Now, all of the table formatting we have done. Let's move to our further question 40. Formatting paragraph and table text affects dash, or question can be asked in this way also, that dash can be selected before applying the desired format. So correct option is option A or B. Either you can format individual cell or you can format group of cells. That means whole table. It is up to you. 41. Formatting of the paragraph, that is table text, includes dash. So it can define own paragraph or character styles. Alignment, there are 4 alignments. Which are they? Yes, left, right, center and justified. Next thing is line spacing, then bullets and numbering. So all of these can be done for table text. Yes, we will select the text here. And as you can see here, there is paragraph here. And we have got in those paragraph dialog box, we have got indent spacing, alignment. You can choose text flow also, outline and all. And here, as you can see, there are different styles, bold, italic, overline. There are different styles and you can add superscript and subscript also here. And in the alignment, there are 4. And line spacing also you can do, that is single, 1.5 lines or double. And here you can add bullets and numbering also. That means here you can add bullets. This. Yes, so here we have added bullets also. And you can add numbering also in the same way. Yeah. Let's move to the next questions. 42. You can format the dash as you are formatting other paragraphs. So you can format the table text as format other paragraphs, right? 43. Now here we will see adjusting size of a table. What is the shape of the mouse pointer when drawing a table? So when you are drawing a table, it is of pencil shape. 44. What are the 2 ways to do adjustment of the table? So that is either you can move the mouse or you can use table format dialog box. How you can do this? Don't worry, we will see this here. First thing was using mouse, you can go for it. So by mouse I have shown you, that is double arrow sign comes. You can adjust it as per your needs. Or there is another thing, that is table format dialog box. Click anywhere here and you will have a table format dialog box and you can choose the table here. And here there is an option of spacing also, so change the spacing also. Yes, so if for example if I'm increasing left here, that means it will go this much distance away from the left margin, and same applies for the right side. And for above also, this means it will be above end of the page 20 centimeter and it will be below the page margin of 20 centimeter. And you can have alignments also, that means manual here allows us to choose specific. Now we can go for OK, and yes, as you can see, the right distance is more than the left margin distance, right, as we customized by our needs. So these were the 2 methods. Let's move forward. 45. What are the steps to quickly resize a table? So first, move the mouse to either left edge of first column or right edge of the last column. D. When the cursor changes shape into a double arrow, drag the border to the new position. We have done this, right? So both A and B are correct option here. 46. Changing the size of the first or last column does not change dash on the page. So it will not change the alignment of the page. We have done this. We have changed the size, but did the alignment changed? No. 47. More accurate formatting over dash of the table can be done through table format dialog box. So do size and position more from the table format dialog box. How to open that table format dialog box we have seen here. There is option A or B. Either you can go in table or table properties, or you can right click anywhere in the table and choose table from the pop-up menu. The first way we have not seen, that is go in table menu and go for table properties. So you will have table format dialog box. Okay. 49. The table format dialog box set dash of the table like automatic, left, from left, right and center and manual. So all of these were alignments. We have seen it, right? 50. The left option with the spacing allows to place the table exactly how far it is from the dash. So I had mentioned this earlier also that it will be from the left margin if we are going for left option, and similar applies for the right option also. 51. Dash option allows you to place table from both left and right margins, so manual option allows us. 42. Manual margins can be set in dash, so they can be set in spacing. We will see this again. Go for table format dialog box is here, and here as you can see spacing, and we have alignment as manual, right? 43. What options are available in spacing? So left, right, above and below. 4 of these options we have seen. 54. The above and below options are used to set the dash of the table from the text above and below the table. So they are used to set the distance from above or below the table. We will see this by entering some text. We'll delete this rows as it is more inconvenient. So here we have text, any name you can give, and standard is 10th. Alright, so we have given this. Alright, first we have to select the table. Yes, we have selected it. Now click, go to table. Here we can increase the spacing. For example, we have to keep it below, so I will increase the above. I resize this, you will be able to see. Yes, so as you can see now, it is above the line. It is not below, it is above. But now if I want to do it below, I can select it, again go to table, and then I'll decrease here and I'll increase here a bit. As you can see here, now here we start our new concept, that is resizing rows and columns. 55. One can adjust row dash and column dash in a table to resize it. So one can adjust row height and column width. 56. Select dash for column width and dash for row height. So you have to select vertical for column width and horizontal height. 57. To resize rows height and columns width, hold down the mouse button and dash. So there are total 6 methods for this. So we will see one by one all of them, right? So the first method, which is, it is drag the border of the cell with a double-sided arrow, which we have done. Then drag the dividers available on vertical and horizontal ruler respectively. Then there is table. You have to go in table menu, autofit column width, or table autofit row height. Then there is optimal row height or optimal column width. Then distribute rows evenly or distribute columns evenly, and last is table format column. So we can go for this. Here we have our file. Now what we will do, first we will do the drag the border of the cell with a double-sided arrow. So yes, as you can see, this is my double-sided arrow. I'll drag this. Next was drag the dividers available on vertical and horizontal rulers respectively. So we have the rulers here, and we can drag this. And yes, as you can see, the size is getting reduced. Next thing is, so here we have to first select the table, go to table menu, go for autofit option. Then you can go for column width, and you can specifically do here, you can arrange column width here, or you can go in again table, again autofit, and you can go in row heights. You can specify row height here. Next thing we have is table optimal row height. So go in table menu, go for autofit, and here there is optimal column width and optimal row height. So what will happen in this? So as you can see, whatever the content is, that much small it gets. So the next thing was distribute rows evenly and distribute columns evenly. Go in table menu, autofit, distribute columns evenly, and then you can go for rows equally. So yes, we have done that also. Or you can go in table format dialog box. You can click anywhere in the table, go for table format dialog box, and here you can go for columns option. You can do specifically arranging here also. So here all 6 methods are done. So correct option is any of these. 58. Dash make the selected rows and columns as narrow as possible to fit their contents. So what was it? Yes, optimal row height and optimal column width. So correct option is A. So here we are starting our new concept, that is inserting rows and columns. Very easy, simple. 59. What are the ways to insert rows and columns? So there are 3 ways basically: using mouse, using menu, using toolbar. So 60. Place the cursor in the row or column and dash using mouse to add new rows and columns. So you have to right click. So how will add rows by mouse? So click anywhere and you can insert row here. So you can insert a row from here. Yes, you can specify the number of rows also. For now, I'm keeping in what. And here you can specify the position also. That means you can keep it before where your cursor was, or you can keep it after. So we'll try for before. So wherever our cursor was, one row will be inserted before that cursor. As you can see, it is inserted before the cursor. Now we have to insert columns. So same thing, go for here. You can insert column from here, and here also same thing. Position you can go for before or after. And there is a second method, that is from here. Here you can insert column. As you can see, a column is inserted, or you can go in table menu and then you can insert row or column, whatever you want from here, right? So as you can see, we have inserted it. So 3 of the methods have been done here. Now 61, which menu used to insert row or column? Obviously table menu, then you have to go in insert option and row or column. Next 62, what are the steps to insert row or column using menu? All of these. That means you can first you have to go in table menu, then insert row or column, then you have to type the number of rows, or you can use an arrow to set the number and select above or below and click OK. We have done this, right? Next 63, the insert row or column icon is visible on which toolbar? On the screen. So it is visible on the table toolbar. You can see here. So this is known as table toolbar, and here are the icons of inserting column and inserting row, and here is a delete row and delete column option also, and here we have split cells and this is merge cells. 64, a row or column will be inserted dash the current row and dash the current column. So it will be inserted below or after. So below the current row and after the current column, right? Next 65, dash arrow will be pressed to insert a column to the left or right of the current column. So correct option is left and right. 66, dash arrow will be pressed to insert a row to the above or below the current row. So correct option is up and down. 67, which shortcut key is used to insert row or column? So the shortcut key for inserting row or column is Alt plus insert. And which shortcut key is used to delete row or column? So the correct option is Alt plus delete. So here we'll see inserting row. So yes, as you can see, we have inserted a row, and in the same way you will delete a row or column by using delete instead of insert key. 69, now here we see merging and splitting cells. So to merge cells of the table, select the cells to be merged and then you have to right click and choose cell, then you have to merge, or you can go for choose table menu and then merge cells. So this both of the methods we have done, but still we will do it. So we have to merge these two cells. For example, either I can go for this option or I can go for table and then merge cells. So we have merged a cell now. Now next question, to split cells of the table into multiple cells, press the cursor inside the cell and dash all of these. That means you have to right click and choose cell, then split, or you can choose table menu and split cells. You can type the number in split cell into text box and select horizontally or vertically. So these are the steps. All of these are correct. So we will do this. Yes, so now we will split this cell. So I can go here in split, or we can go from the table menu also. You can go here in split cells, and now you can enter the number here in the number box. If you want it into 3, you can go for that. And here you can go for direction also. That means horizontally and vertically also. Right, for now we will do it horizontally and into equal proportions. Specific cell has been splitted in 3 cells, 1, 2, 3. Let's move forward. So the cell will be split into specified number of rows if the dash direction is selected. So if horizontal is selected, it will be splitted into specified rows. The cell will be split into specified number of columns if dash direction is selected. If you have selected vertical direction, it will be splitted in the numbers of columns, right? Remember I told you vertical is for columns and horizontal is for rows. 73. By default, text entered into a table is aligned to dash of the cell. So the correct option is option B, that is top left. So here we make another table. Alright, the table is already made. So we can just enter the text here in the table, and as you can see, it is on the top left corner. If I increase the size, now you can be able to differentiate that it is by default, it is in the top left corner. But what if we want to change the vertical alignment of the text? 74. One can change the vertical alignment for the dash. So one can change the vertical alignment for whole table, that is option A, or individual selected cells. So here both options are correct. 75. To vertically align the text, right click anywhere in the selected area and choose dash. So you can choose cell and then dash type of vertical alignment of the text to a table is possible. So top, center, bottom, all of these 3 types of vertical alignment of text to a table is possible. We will do this. So here we have a table already. We have made a table. Alright, I'll select this cell and I'll go for cell, and then I want here center. So as you can see, the particular text has been vertically aligned in center position. So here as you can see, there are 3 options, that is top, center and bottom. That means there are 3 options for vertical alignment. Next question we see is 77. Now here we are going for automatic formatting of tables. So using dash, one can apply a format from the predefined collection of the table formats. So here the correct option is auto format. We have done it earlier. The auto format is available in which menu? Yes, it is available in the table menu. How a table can be deleted? So all of them. That means click anywhere in the table, choose delete table from the table menu, Second is select the table and press delete key. Third is select table and press backspace key. So we will do this. Here you have to remember that delete key and backspace key will only remove the text of the table. It will not be able to remove the whole table. So first I'll select the table and I'll go in table menu and I'll delete this table. So yes, as you can see, our table has been deleted. Now I have to select the table and I'll press backspace key, or I can press delete key. Backspace key removes all the content of the table and delete key will also remove. Yes, but it won't be able to remove this table. So you have to select then this table and you can go in table and then delete, and hence your area will be clear, right? Next question, which key can be used to delete a table? So here both the keys are used, that is delete key and backspace key. So both of these keys are useful for removing the text of the table, right? 81. Copying a table. Now how to copy a table? All of the above. That means click anywhere in the table, choose table, select table. First of all, you have to select table. Then you have to go for Ctrl+C, or you can go in edit menu, copy, or select copy icon from the standard toolbar. Then take the cursor where you want to paste the table. Now paste it using menu or icon or pressing Ctrl+V. So all of the above. So we will do the simplest method. Alright, so we will copy this table. So how to copy this table? First of all, select. Either you can select by this or you can go in table menu. Then you can go for select table. Then you can go for either edit menu and from here you can copy, or you can go for shortcut key, or there is an icon here also which allows you to copy. So I'll go for shortcut key, that is Ctrl+C. Now I will take the cursor where I want to paste it. Here, for example, I want to paste it here. So yes, our table has been copied successfully. Now as you can see here, this table has the content remained, right? But if we do cut, for example, let's select the table here. I will go for cut, that is Ctrl+X. As you can see here, the content has been removed and in copy it was not removed. Are you able to fix the difference between cut and copy? Yes, in cut it will remove content, but in copy it will remain. Next question. Moving a table is similar to copying a table except selecting dash instead of selecting copy. Also, cutting a table and moving a table, that means same thing, right? So here you have to use cut instead of copy. We have done that also. Here we are. Thanks for watching, and a Google form link is given in the description. You may check it out and let us know if you have any queries. There is a link given of website also, and you have a Gmail ID also. You can ask your queries here. I hope you like this. Thank you so much, and you have got this. Thank you.